Hello, everyone. What is up? Welcome back to another episode of We Want to Talk podcast, where we want to talk to you about everything. I'm Kaylyn.
And I'm Alyssa.
And we're your hosts, and we have a very special guest today. We have Brittany.
Hi.
Y'all have had to hear us talk about Brittany so many times on this podcast.
In, like, every episode.
She ends up sneaking her way in somehow, and she probably doesn't even know it. If you follow me on TikTok or if you know me, then you're also definitely going to know Brittany. We've been friends for 3 years.
Yeah, we're at the 3-year mark.
Years,
yeah.
Over 3 years. We've been stuck with each other since.
We were the work friendship that lasted.
Yes.
We were the co-workers that hung outside of work.
For sure. And so now Brittany has joined the friend group, and now Brittany and Alyssa are friends now too. So we're one big friend group. So it worked out. Brittany was able to come to town this weekend, and we've been wanting to have another guest, and we haven't had one since Kayla Luke.
Yeah, she was our only guest.
Yes, our only guest. So we wanted to end the year with a bang, have Brittany on the podcast. So we're really excited for today's episode. Before I get started, wherever you're listening, make sure you like, subscribe, share, leave a review. Y'all already know we appreciate it so much. Let's get into
Without
it.
further ado,
I want to start off by saying happy holidays. The day that this goes up, Christmas is in 3 days, I think. It goes up on a Thursday. Christmas is on Sunday. So it's the holidays. We are so excited because it is Christmas week. We wanted to dive in with like a full-on Christmas episode. Everything Christmas.
yes,
We're super excited. We're going to talk about like traditions. I came up with some questions to kind of ask Alyssa and Brittany, to where we're kind of like, if we don't answer these in like traditions, I'll get the answers out of them, make it a little bit more fun. And then we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies, songs. I'm going to share some of my favorite Christmas books because they're lame and haven't read any holiday books. So I'm going to share with you the ones that I have read. So I'm really excited about that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm super excited. Okay, so the first question I wanted to ask y'all is, this is kind of like a traditions question. So, like, what does your family do on Christmas? Like, what does your Christmas day usually look like?
Let's start with Brittany.
Yeah, tell us.
Okay. I wake up with one of my parents.
Oh, really?
I hope you wake up. Thank God for another day. With one of my parents, I typically like to wake up at my mom's house on Christmas, because our Christmas Eve tradition together is what, it makes you feel like a kid still. Yeah. So, can I talk about that?
Okay. Share with us what it is. We want to know.
So, I go to mom's house on Christmas Eve, and she always has my favorite Christmas movie recorded. She makes hot chocolate for me.
Wow.
I know. She has a fireplace in this house that she lives in now.
Uh-huh.
So, we do all that, go to bed, Santa comes.
Santa.
I may or may not assist Santa. And
what are you talking about? Are you an elf?
I wasn't going to tell you. I'm kidding.
Secret Santa. Wow.
Yeah.
I knew you looked like one.
Okay.
Wow. That was dirty.
So we wake up, we do Christmas. Like, my brother's there, my cat there, Mistletoe. I know that
your cat's name is Mistletoe?
her name is Mistletoe. I got her back in 2009, and she's a Christmas cat. We got her from the Humane Society, and we kept her name. And so
that sounds like something straight out of a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, she's always right there under the tree. She loves the Christmas tree.
You're gonna make me choke on
She's
my
always
water.
right there under the tree.
She is. As soon as mom puts it up, that's where she lays. She doesn't go anywhere else.
Like trees.
Yeah, I think
for
so
sure,
too.
For sure.
So we all open gifts. She usually cooks us a good breakfast, and then around 2, I go to my dad's house, and then we repeat. And it's usually a late lunch, early dinner ordeal, and we go from there.
yours is kind of similar to mine in a way because your parents are also separated,
Yeah.
so you've always split Christmases.
Yes.
So when I was a kid, I would also spend the night at my mom's because that's where I lived, Christmas Eve, wake up. My mom would always let me open a present on Christmas Eve. That was a tradition. My mom let me open a present on Christmas Eve, me and my brothers, and then we would wake up, obviously my brothers before me because they were younger than me, so it was always me having to be woke up, like, okay, Santa came, wake up. And we would do Christmas at my mom's, just like us as a family, and then my mom would usually make sausage casserole. My mom would make us breakfast, sausage casserole. I cannot have sausage casserole and not think of Christmas, so I guess that's also a Christmas tradition, sausage casserole. And then we would go, either my grandma would come over or we would go to my grandma and grandpa's house. We would do presents with them, and then with my stepdad's brother and his kids, and then we would go to my great-grandparents' house and do like a Christmas lunch there. But they passed, so we don't do that anymore. But so now as an adult, now that I can drive, I do Christmas Eve with my dad's family now.
Mm-hmm.
And I go ahead and do Christmas with them there. Actually, now Mike and I do Christmas Eve with
both,
all of our
right?
families,
Yeah.
and we do Christmas Day here. We wake up Christmas morning in our house and do
so
Christmas with each
special.
other, and it is
Marley.
like, yes, and with Marley. So we are
Yeah.
definitely, within the last couple of years, been setting new Christmas traditions and doing Christmas Day, me and him, and doing Christmas Eve with our family. So
I definitely
love doing that.
feel as like we're getting older, the tradition
Yes.
is slowly changing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I'm realizing it more this year too. It's just like, wow, it's time for all of that stuff that I grew up knowing it's gonna change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It's crazy.
significant others
Yeah.
and like incorporating all the families.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Tell
feel
us
like
what you did.
mine is a little different because I'm the youngest of my siblings.
Oh,
So I have like 30 nieces and nephews, and so Christmas Day, like that's what we look forward to, is watching them open gifts.
Yeah.
So we always go to my mom's when I live at my mom's. So wake up there and watch Lakin and Ace, my niece and nephew, open their gifts there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mom does a huge breakfast. If you know
Of
the
course.
lanes, we throw down. So
And I know what y'all do for supper.
all the fixins, all the
Y'all usually do
biscuits, gravy.
soups.
For supper?
Soups.
So
Y'all do soup for Christmas.
you're right, but that was what okay, so for Christmas we used to do, we have a huge family, so it was like all my mom's siblings and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all of us cousins would get together
Mm-hmm.
and do that on the day after Christmas.
And
we used to do soups, but we stopped doing that after my grandma and
Lame.
grandpa died.
Lame.
And it's just too hard to get everyone together. So, but I think we are actually going to start, I guess we started last year kind of, where we do breakfast at Mom's, but then also do dinner at Mom's. But I think my sister this year, we're going to do dinner at her house. But anyways, we wake up, do breakfast at Mom's, watch them open their gifts, and then we go to my sister's house down the road and watch her 3 kids open up their gifts and just kind of chill for the day. We take naps.
Yeah.
And
And Alyssa's joining me this Christmas Eve for my dad's
'cause
Christmas.
I don't have Christmas Eve plans.
So she's
I'm
joining me on
excited.
Christmas Eve.
That's going to be a good
My
time.
little second family.
I know, so excited.
Can't wait.
Okay. We actually just kind of touched on this, but I was going to ask, do you have any specific traditions? Obviously, I said that we do presents on Christmas Eve. I also mentioned a certain breakfast, but I didn't know. I know your family, or your mom does PJs.
Yeah, my
For all
mom
the
does
kids.
PJs for all her grandkids, and they get those on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. so
Is there
that they
anything
can wear
else
them.
specific y'all do?
Mom always has a pair of slippers for me. Nothing's really matching, but she's like, your feet are going to be cold on Christmas. Here are
Yeah.
some slippers.
Yeah.
One thing
That's
that
it.
I will never forget growing up is, so the way our house was set up, all of me and my siblings' bedrooms were down like one long
I
hallway.
remember.
And so, of course, at this point, we're all old enough. We know Santa's not real or whatever. So she would, sorry, Santa is real, I believe.
Yeah, or you're not getting anything.
You're getting
She
cold.
she would hang a bed sheet at the end of the hallway.
Oh
That
my
way, if we got up to
gosh.
go to the bathroom or anything, we couldn't go in
See.
the living room and see everything laid out, because she didn't really wrap a whole lot. It was
Yeah.
all just kind of like we had our sections on the
Yes.
couch or in a
Oh
chair.
my
or
gosh,
something.
I love that.
And so that was one of the most exciting parts, is we would all be like lined up behind the sheet,
The
and we're
sheet.
like, "Mom, are you awake? Wake
Oh,
up!"
oh my
Come
gosh,
out
I
now."
did not know y'all did that.
Yes, I will never forget it, and that's something I hope to do with my kids because.
Oh my gosh, that is
so
so
special.
cute.
I know.
How did I not know that y'all did that?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
It
That
builds
is
the
crazy.
anticipation.
That's what I was
It
saying.
definitely
Fun.
does.
It's pretty magical.
Yeah. The last
She's
couple
like,
years
okay,
that
y'all can come out now.
I actually did do Christmas morning at my dad's a couple years ago. It was like my first time doing Christmas morning there.
Really?
I think.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
I think it was like the year before I went to college. I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do like Christmas morning at my dad's again, and I'm pretty sure I did a Christmas morning there, and it was cool seeing the difference between the way that they did Christmas morning
Yeah.
compared to the way I did Christmas morning at my mom's. Because at Christmas morning at my mom's, we were go, get to the other family member's house, doing presents with all the kids. But Jace, he's still far in age from me, but he's closer than my other siblings. And so it was very laid back and chill. We stayed in Jamie's all day. I think that actually was
That's
the year
how
that
ours
Dylan was
is.
living there.
Yeah.
Dylan was living there at that point, so I got to see him do all of his Christmas too, and it was just very like just relaxed all day. Me and Jace, like, we were playing with his toys. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy to see
Yeah.
the difference, like, in what everyone does. So, okay, my next question is, when do you put up your Christmas tree?
Okay, Brittany, you first.
Do you want me to answer, like, since I've moved out and, like, lived on my own?
Yeah.
Or
Both. When did your mom put it up? Like, when did y'all put it up as a family, and when do you put it up now?
as a family, it was always the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Being by myself, so I've lived by myself for 5 years now, and I just bought my first Christmas tree.
And it's like,
yay,
It's a mini tree. It's the cutest little
It
tree.
is a
It's
mini
all
tree.
I need.
It does the job.
It
It
does.
sits on the bar part of my kitchen, and I put that up 2 weeks ago.
Oh
That's
my gosh, I'm
awful.
so disappointed.
Y'all are gonna be so disappointed of you too. So it's okay.
Any
Well-
other years, I've just taken like a little Debbie Christmas tree cake and like tossed it in the corner.
I think we all know my Christmas tree's up usually the day after Halloween, like the first week of November.
Yeah.
My Christmas tree is up. I think it's because obviously y'all see my house right now. I go all out on the Christmas decorations. I think I do that because that's what my mom did growing up. My
Yeah.
mom still does that now, but growing up, if you saw my mom's house, heck, even my dad and Michelle's house, Michelle takes down all of her regular decorations like I do and puts up all Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
But so for me, I'm like, if I'm gonna take all this work to put all this stuff out, it's staying up
Enjoy it as
for
long as
longer.
you can.
And I'm the type, I want to enjoy my Thanksgiving meal with the Christmas tree up in the corner. Okay, it just makes it taste better. That's my opinion. My mom always put the Christmas tree up early, definitely usually in November before Thanksgiving. But my dad and stepmom do the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So
I remember coming last year, my first time coming after you put the tree up, and it made it so much more cozy. I think every time I came to Statesboro, I was like,
Alyssa was like, it's so
I was
cozy.
like, Kaylyn, it's just so cozy. I just love
Really?
it. Can
It
I
really
move
is.
in?
Yes.
And especially when you make your hot chocolate.
Yes, I made
It's
hot
like,
chocolate
okay,
for
I'm
the
not
first time
leaving.
last week. It was good.
I could go for some.
It was
Yes.
good. So when do you
Okay.
put your tree up?
So I've always been a before Thanksgiving person too. My heart
Yep.
wants to put it up before
Yep.
Thanksgiving.
You
But when
have
I
to.
lived with Mom, she wouldn't let me. It was always the day after Thanksgiving or the week after Thanksgiving.
Lame.
So when I got my first big tree living on my own, I think I had it up early. This year, I'm living back with my mom, but I have like my own little apartment basement thing. So I put my tree up in around when you did yours.
Yeah,
It was
I think you did it like
before
a week after
Thanksgiving.
me.
It was definitely before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But
Her tree has no ornaments.
okay, so
There's just
was-
lights.
It was like a 3-day process because I was working every day, but I wanted my tree up so bad. So like the first day, I got my tree out, and I'm very big on like fluffing the tree. Like I take my time and do it right and make it look phenomenal. So I spent that whole day fluffing the tree, and then the next day I did lights, and then the next day I was like, okay, I'll do ornaments today. But it was so pretty without the ornaments.
It is really pretty with the lights. I saw it.
And the star. So I left it, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll put the ornaments on it after Thanksgiving. Well, here it is, December 17th, and my tree has yet to
You could have at least put some ribbon or like something around it.
I know. I mean, there's really no point in putting ornaments on it now because I'll have to take it down.
Or you know what you should have done that I've been seeing a lot of people do? Tying bows on the end. You could have done little bows instead of doing ornaments. That would have been cute.
Do you have a tree skirt?
I do.
Okay.
It's like a fuzzy white one, so it's still
that's cute with a star.
Bows. That would have been cute.
Yeah. Well, my mom didn't put her tree up upstairs until like 2 weeks ago. Actually, I was the one that had to finally say, Mom, can I put your tree up if no one else is going to do it? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So I put the tree up and did the lights. Well, no, I didn't do the lights, but I put the tree up by myself.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Okay, my next question is kind of similar, but a little different. When do you start buying Christmas presents? I'll tell y'all, I'm the type of person, I know there's people who buy like months and months in advance. Now, I know y'all know this, but we have a lot of people to buy for. Mike and I, well, mostly me. Mike has a lot of friends, but I have a lot of family. So we always have a lot of family to buy for. We have a lot of friends to buy for. So we try to start buying a little early so that we can space it out a little. But I like when my Christmas tree goes up for there to be at least one present under it. So I always try to buy someone a gift like the last week of October. So when I put the tree up, I have a present to wrap and to put under the tree.
I never shop before Black Friday. Sometimes not even on Black Friday.
I definitely start like going neck deep into shopping in November though. November, December.
I start shopping in November. I start looking in October, and then I'll make a little note in my phone.
I have a note in my phone.
And I do that. One thing I do knock out super early as soon as they put them out are Christmas cards for my family and like to send out in mail. Yeah.
You do Christmas cards?
Just like buying them from Target and
Oh, okay,
okay.
I thought you were gonna like put you on them.
No,
Merry
here's
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
No.
Merry Christmas from me.
For the family that I can't see, I always mail them a card just saying thank you for everything.
Never
Happy
did
holidays.
Christmas cards.
See, my mom
I've
did
never done.
sometimes. It just depended on if we took decent pictures that year.
Yeah, maybe that's why we didn't do them, because the only time we get a family picture is on Thanksgiving.
I remember one time Jane and Tristan being babies, and my mom sitting me in front of our Christmas tree on her little, probably iPhone 1, taking pictures of, actually it might not have even been an iPhone, it might have been like an Android at that point, taking pictures of, I'm holding both Jaden and Tristan, because at that point, I'm pretty sure Tristan was like 6 months old,
Baby,
so Jaden was like 2.5 maybe. And I'm holding both of them in this picture, and Tristan, I remember him not having it. He was like, what are we doing? And I like vividly remember those pictures. And my mom putting them in like these Christmas outfits, and me in like this Christmas like plaid dress or something.
Not the plaid dress.
I remember that year for some reason.
She always had Kaylyn decked out.
My mom had me in dresses. I can tell you that. If I was wearing anything, it was a dress or skirt as a kid for sure. So, okay. Next question that goes along with buying gifts. It's the week before Christmas. Are y'all done buying gifts?
I'm not.
I haven't finished.
You're not done?
I just keep seeing things. I'm like, oh, that'll be good. And my dad, I still need to give my dad one more gift, and I have an idea.
Okay.
And it'll be here on time if I do decide to get it.
Yeah.
It's also just hard to buy for my dad in general. So
Agreed.
I'm just
My
like,
dad too.
It's hard to buy for any man.
yeah,
Yes. Yes, I'm basically done. I have one more thing I have to get for my cousin whose name I drew for the
You
family
also
thing.
have a lot of people to buy for, so you have to
Yeah.
kind of knock it out. There's no way you can
Yeah.
wait this long.
I
too stressful.
knocked out a majority of it earlier this week. I went Christmas shopping with Shay. I knocked a bunch of it out. I placed a huge order for stuff for Mike. Now, I am still waiting on stuff to come in and to wrap stuff, but I'm basically done. Thank goodness, because our Christmas limit, our budget is over.
Done.
Okay.
Gone.
Okay. Also tying in with gifts, I wanted to ask, what gifts did y'all ask for Christmas this year? What did you ask for, Brittany?
I asked for a Nespresso machine.
Of course. I'm not even surprised.
I just think it's time. I asked for an Instant Pot, laundry detergent, just like
adult things.
some adult things, and then
I'm
some
dead.
actual things like clothing. I asked for a jacket, a little Carhartt jacket. Then this Weekender bag.
I remember you showing me.
I cannot pronounce the brand.
I know what you're talking about. I remember you showing me.
The
Try to
B
pronounce it.
Beis BEIS.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
I know what you're talking about.
It looks incredible. I asked for that, and then the cosmetic bag with it. I just think since I'm always on the go, it would help a lot.
Yeah.
What else? Let's see. Oh, Starbucks gift cards. The typical things.
Yeah. Glad I got you one then.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited.
Of course you are. Oh my gosh.
What'd you ask for?
You already know a
The whole
majority of
list.
what I've asked for.
I can tell them what you asked for.
So my thing is I have to have a big list because I have a husband, 2 sets of parents, and friends that buy for me.
Yeah.
So I have to have a big list. Like, it got to the point where I had people asking me, like, what do you want? And I was like, I've already sent out everything that I want. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But obviously, Alyssa knows I asked for a bookshelf. That was at the top of my list. That and an Apple Watch, but Mike already gave me my Apple Watch because I was going on a trip to Virginia and he wanted me to have it. So I already got that. I've asked for a laptop. I asked for shoes. I asked for, I sent my mom a list of books that I wanted. Of course, I asked for gift cards because I love gift cards, but the main gift cards I asked for were Ulta, Starbucks, Books A Million, and Amazon. So that's a gist of it. I sent my mom a few things from like Amazon list, a couple things that I had asked that were on like my wedding list that like I never got. Some like simple things like some glasses, like some iced coffee cups, you know, some different stuff like that. So yeah, what'd you ask for?
I asked myself for some UGG slippers. That is literally all I want is those freaking UGG slippers. But I refuse to buy them for myself right before Christmas. So after Christmas, I'm getting myself UGG slippers. But I'm, like, other than my mom, I'm the most simplistic person, I feel like.
Yeah,
So,
you are. That's
I'll
why I
just buy
wasn't
any
stressed
Christmas
about
gifts
what.
I want for myself.
That's why I wasn't stressed about what to get you. I just got you some stuff.
Yeah, it was perfect. We got friendship bracelets.
I know. I got them little friendship bracelets.
The cutest.
Brittany's not wearing hers. Fake.
Boo.
Fake.
Somebody broke it last night.
And somebody
It's
fixed
fixed.
it this
I
morning.
know.
So, yeah, I did a stocking for Alyssa because
I'm special.
we usually do stockings for each other, and I filled her stocking up with like some candy.
I can't wait for you to
and
get
some other
yours.
stuff.
I didn't bring hers
I know, I'm excited.
because the last thing isn't in the mail yet, but
It's okay. I'm excited. So next we're gonna talk about like our top like favorite Christmas things. But before we do that, we are going to take a quick break and thank our sponsors for today's video. So I wanted to let you all in on a little secret. A couple of months ago, I started doing online therapy through BetterHelp. Growing up, there was always a stigma around therapy, but I finally realized that it could be for anyone. Personally, I wanted to start speaking with a therapist so I could better myself for my marriage, my friendships, and my everyday life. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it is 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then, you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or a video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/wewannatalk. That's betterhelp.com/wewannatalk. Okay, now we're going to talk about our top favorite Christmas movies, Christmas songs. I'm going to list a couple of books in case, you're feeling in the holiday spirit today. Maybe you want to watch a couple of movies. Maybe you're in the car, you need to listen to some Christmas songs. Or maybe you want to go snag you a Christmas book really quick and feel in the holiday spirit. So, top 5 favorite Christmas movies. I'll start. Not in order. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to remember these because I'm pretty sure I actually wrote down 6. But y'all, I wrote the note on my phone, not thinking that I needed my phone to take this video. So I can definitely tell y'all my favorite Christmas movie. I don't know if y'all seen it. It's 4 Christmases.
I have seen that, yes.
It's been a while, but
I loved that movie so much. I cannot believe I haven't watched it. Yes, Reese Witherspoon, and I cannot think of the guy's name, but he's in so many rom-coms.
Yeah.
It's literally insane. He was like ruling the 2000s in rom-coms.
the tall guy?
Yeah.
Is it Vince?
I think so.
Kind of shaggy hair?
Maybe. Not really. A little bit.
It's not.
But that is the funniest movie I've ever seen. It's so good. I also love your basics like The Grinch, Polar Express. There's the Christmas movie on Netflix that is the Christmas Chronicles with like the Santa and the 2 kids that sneak out.
I love that one.
I
watch
love
that one with the kids a lot. Yeah.
Yes, but I have to tell y'all my other favorites that I can watch all the time, are the Santa Claus movies. I freaking love those so much. I've already watched them because I was watching them not too long ago. I've already watched them this season. They're my favorite. You also can't go wrong with the super old school Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like the old school.
The Claymate. That's my number one
Yes.
Christmas movie. That's the movie Mom records for me.
Really?
For when I go home. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what else? What else do you like?
Polar Express, as you mentioned.
Yes.
It's just, I don't know if you guys had Polar Express there, or a pajama day where you'd go in, watch Polar
Yeah.
Express,
Yes,
and they'd have
we
donut
did
holes.
that. Yes.
And I'm telling you, I still try and do that every year. Have the hot chocolate, have the donut holes when I watch Polar
Aw.
Express.
Oh my gosh.
And then, this is also, it's a classic, but the National Lampoon's Christmas
See,
Vacation.
I've never heard of that or seen it.
What?
No.
I've definitely heard of it. Now, I feel like that's one of those that's always on TV on Christmas Day, but do you know how many times I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never sat down and watched the full thing?
That's how I was, and then finally, also when I was a little older, it was my grandpa's favorite. He was like, "You need to watch this," and I was like, "Oh, like it's
my
cool."
stepdad's favorite.
You definitely have to watch it now.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I feel like I have to watch this.
I've heard.
I have to
And
watch
okay,
it.
I feel like neither one of us have mentioned this yet. I know Alyssa hasn't gone, but I have to say, I like Home Alone,
I was just about to say that was one of mine.
but I feel like I only like the first one. I feel like I don't like the rest of them that much.
I can kind of see that because the second one is exactly like
It's
the
just
first.
so repetitive.
It is.
It
It's just
is.
like, okay, here's
I-
another
I
movie.
only watched the first.
And as an adult, rewatching it, they're so mean to him in the beginning. I forgot his name. Kevin?
Kevin.
They're
yeah.
so mean to Kevin
They
in the
are.
beginning. Like, I just watched it not too long ago. I think it was on Thanksgiving. I went to my mom's house, and one of my brothers wanted to watch it. They're literally so mean to Kevin in the beginning. Like, heck, I'd freaking never want to see them again
Yeah.
either. Even the mom was so mean to him. I'm
Yeah.
like...
And then at
How
the
is this
end,
okay?
they're like, "Oh, Kevin, we missed you. We
Like, no, you didn't. Y'all were
I
literally,
hated Kevin.
y'all were bullying him in the beginning.
Especially
like,
that
you
one
kinda feel
brother
bad- Yes,
Yeah.
the freaking fat brother.
Yeah.
Like,
with the buzz cut.
yes, with the
Y'all feel
tarantula.
very strongly about this.
He has a tarantula. I did
Yes.
feel really
'Cause
strongly
it got
about
out
this.
of the
Yes,
thing, right?
It sure
Yes.
did.
Okay, sorry. Now, please say yours.
Okay, my other favorite Christmas movie is obviously Polar Express. That's
Yeah.
10
A
out of
classic.
10.
A classic.
If you don't like Polar Express, you don't like Christmas.
But does the part with the guy on the top of the train not scare y'all?
That's
The hobo?
It
terrifying.
terrified me.
And you know what? Still, as an adult, I really don't understand it.
I was just talking about this yesterday at work. I said, where does he come to
It doesn't
play?
make a whole lot of.
And then he
which actually,
disappears.
the whole movie doesn't really make a
No.
whole lot of sense.
True.
As an adult.
That is true.
But as a kid, it's just so magical for some
Yeah,
it
reason.
is.
And what's the guy's name? Who's like the main person who plays the role in the movies? Dang, I can't think of his name.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Do y'all know he plays the kid?
Mm-hmm.
He plays Santa Claus. He
What?
plays the hobo.
Yeah.
He plays the kid's dad.
I did not know that.
And there's something else that he plays. He played like 5 different roles. There's another one. I can't think of what.
That's
The
impressive.
conductor. The conductor.
Yeah.
He played all 5 of those roles in the movie.
And he
That
did
is
that.
so cool.
I remember when it was coming out, they did behind the scenes, and he even did like the motion. I don't
Yeah.
know where you put the dots on and you move
Yeah.
and they animate it. He did all that for
Yes.
each one of
Yes.
those roles too.
That is cool.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Sorry, I keep
Okay,
interrupting you.
and then for the rest of my list, I don't have favorites, but I kind of have a tradition every year where I watch all of the new ones that came out, like that Christmas, of the holiday rom-coms. I don't know why. They're so cheesy and they sometimes get on my
are.
nerves, but it's like I have to do it for myself. I do
Yeah.
it without fail every year. I
Yeah.
guarantee you I've seen every single one
She
on-
really has.
on Netflix, like Hulu.
She has a
everything.
problem.
Like, I don't know why, and it's not even like I sit there and I pay attention the whole time, but like I'll play it while I'm cleaning
Mhm.
and I'll kind of watch it, or I'll get on my phone while I'm watching it. But yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
Kind of like Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah.
They're all the same. You know what's going to
Yeah.
happen, but it's almost comforting to have
Yeah.
playing.
It's
Also, I was going to ask, do you guys consider the Harry Potter movies Christmas movies?
Absolutely
I've
not.
never seen Harry Potter.
Really? That's been a big debate
Really?
I've seen.
No,
Mhm.
I do not consider those Christmas.
See,
How
I
is-
do.
Do they take place during Christmas?
A lot of them take place during Christmas.
I didn't know that. But I've
I
never
would
seen Harry
never be
Potter.
like, it's the Christmas season. Let me sit down and watch Harry Potter.
Really?
But I can understand why people feel that way. Because during this time of year, like during the cold months, I always have to rewatch Twilight.
Yeah.
Only this time of year. I would never watch Twilight during the summer.
Oh, I love Twilight.
I feel
So I
same-
understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
I only-
It
I
fits the
get it.
vibes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get why people would think that, but I don't necessarily think it's Christmas. I could see watching it during the holiday season, but
That makes more sense the way
Yeah.
you worded it.
yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Interesting. So now let's move on to our favorite Christmas songs. I feel like we are all gonna have on our list All I Want for Christmas Is You
Is
by
You.
Mariah Carey. We played that song in the car last night and were jamming so hard. We were all
Yes.
singing, even the guys. It was so funny. We were hitting all the high notes and everything.
Yes.
I'm gonna be very basic with mine. I also, 2 of my favorites are Last Christmas and Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
I love those so much. Mistletoe by Justin Bieber is another hit for me. And then I also love Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson. Honorable mention, I know it's been canceled, but Baby It's Cold Outside is another good one for me.
Yes.
I love that one.
Why has it been canceled? What are you talking about?
Because they say it's kind of like rapey. He's kind of like
I haven't heard
begging, like not
Yeah.
letting her leave
that.
and stuff. You'll have to listen to it and think of it.
I'm gonna read the lyrics.
We'll have to listen to it.
Hmm.
So
I didn't know that.
y'all can let us know y'all's thoughts on that. But I have never interpreted it that way.
Yeah.
But you know how people are these days. I
Yeah.
can get why they would think of it
Well,
that
and
way.
you
but
can read into the lyrics a little
Yeah.
too much too. I like all of those plus White Christmas. You know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
I'm dreaming. That's
of
one
a
of my favorites.
white
It's just
Christmas.
just all the vibes.
That is a good one. That is a
good.
good one. I know I didn't really mention any of y'all like your traditional ones like Jingle Bell Rock or anything like that because I love the pop ones. Like if I'm going to play Christmas music in the car, I'm playing the pop ones. Like
Every time, I have a funny story. Every time I listen to Jingle Bell Rock, I think of
our
the
major
Christmas
routine.
parade.
Yes.
The Christmas parade in our hometown and the
Yes.
major routine
Yes.
that we did to that.
Yes. I love
That's all I
that.
think about.
I love that. What about you?
Christmas Canon is my favorite Christmas song.
Okay.
It's by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
I don't think I've heard that.
It's
Is it
so,
the one where it's like
they're like
See-
on this night, on this
very
very.
yeah.
It's
I
just
know what
when
you're
I
talking about.
hear
I know what you're
it,
talking
it gives me chills. It just sounds so magical to me.
about. Mhm.
That one.
That is a good one.
I love Last Christmas by Wham. I love Wham. I love George Michael. That song.
Such different vibes. It's so funny.
That song is so good. And then I love White Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good ones. Okay, I know y'all haven't read any Christmas books, so I wanted to list a couple that I've read in case there's any book nerds on here like me. I've read a few. I think I've read 5. Now I've read a couple like off Kindle Unlimited, like some novellas, but those don't really like count. The actual Christmas books that I've read 'Tis the Season for Revenge. I've read Merry Little Meet Cute, The Mistletoe Motive, Window Shopping, and A Very Merry Bromance.
Hallmark movies that I love so much.
I sent Alyssa with Window Shopping, and she
Okay,
hasn't finished
I really
it.
like it. I started it and I really liked it and I didn't want to put it down.
That
but I
was in
had
my
stuff
top
to do.
3. That one's by
I
Tessa
really like
Bailey.
that
I
one.
really enjoyed it because there's actually something deeper going on with the characters other than it just being a
Yes,
cheesy
there
Christmas
is.
one. That one's really good. The Mistletoe Motive, I think it's by Chloe Leese. I don't know how you say her last name. That one's definitely in my top 2. That one was really, really good. I need to send you with that one too if you'll read it before Christmas. It's pretty short. But my favorite has definitely been 'Tis the Season for Revenge. That one was so good. I read it on my Kindle. It was really good. The guy in it, Damien, is like the perfect book boyfriend. He was like chef's kiss, okay? It was such a good book. A really anticipated one was A Merry Little Meet Cute, and I didn't really like it, y'all.
That's depressing.
It was like 100 pages too long.
Mm-hmm.
I was so bored between pages 200 to 350.
But you told me it had potential to be a good book.
It did.
It was good story.
It was just like way too much going on. I didn't really care for it. But that's my personal opinion. There's been a lot of people that have said it's been their favorite holiday read. It was not mine. So maybe you can finish window shopping.
Yes,
and let
I'm
me know
gonna
what you
finish window
think before
shopping.
Christmas.
I should have brought it with me this weekend.
You should have, but when would you have time to read it?
That's true.
We are going to be busy all
Before
week.
bed.
Girls. Busy
Bedtime
girls.
story.
Yes. Okay, we could probably continue going on all day, but Brittany has a wedding to go to. We have to get ready for tonight's Christmas party. We're probably going to have to start cooking soon because I'm roasting a
We're throwing
whole
down.
chicken tonight. So that basically wraps up today's episode. We would love to know your Christmas traditions, your favorite Christmas movies, songs, books, etc. If I can remember, I'm going to try and post a poll on the story on We Wanna Talk's Instagram, so maybe you can drop in the box and let us know your favorite. I'll try to post one. I feel like I've said that multiple times.
And she
Sometimes-
never does it.
No, I did do it one time. I did. Sometimes I forget, okay? But I'm going to try to remember so y'all can let us know your favorite things. We hope you have a safe and Merry Christmas.
Yes.
If you're traveling, please be careful. Enjoy time with your family.
If you're alone this year, my heart goes out to you.
We
Have
love
a good
you.
Christmas.
Listen to some of these movies we recommended.
Yeah.
Jam out to these songs, okay? Still enjoy your day. And, I mean, it's Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
And we
Merry
will not
Christmas.
see y'all again until next year.
Woo! We can't wait.
Oh my gosh. So the next episode that comes out is going to be titled New Year, New Us? Question mark?
Of course.
Question mark. Because what will we actually be doing different next year? So Alyssa and I will tell you some of the goals that maybe we'll be setting for next year. Maybe
Give
kind
you
of
a
what we
recap
see.
of 2022.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is a good.
I don't know if I want to do that.
We might cry because 2022 was
It was a
good
hard year.
and bad. It was everything in between. So, if you have any suggestions on that, anything else you want us to talk about going into the new year, let us know. If y'all already know, you can send us an email, send us a DM. We are always open to suggestions, and we definitely need some more ideas going into the new year.
We
so,
do.
please let us know.
Thanks,
and
Brittany, for
special
joining us.
thanks to Brittany.
Thank
for being
y'all
our
for
guest
having
today.
me.
Yes, we'll have to have Brittany back at some point. And with that being said, we will see y'all next year. Bye,
Bye, friends.
friends.